Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. So today we've got the McFarlane Multiverse, DC Multiverse Superman, specifically Red Superman. We're doing a twofer, so I do have a blue Superman as well. And to save us all the trouble, I have already unboxed him. So here he is. Here's Superman Blue. So you can take a look at him. It does have some kind of, I'm not going to say crappy, but these power effects could leave a little to be desired. I don't really know where they're supposed to go, and we're going to get into that right now. He does come with the chest of Plastic Man, which is the dumbest accessory pack-in I've seen in a while. He does still have the diaper here for Plastic Man. I moderately want the Plastic Man figure, but I also don't want to have to hunt down the other figures in this line. I've seen Batman about 50 times, but I haven't seen anybody else. And let's get into the dumb stuff here. So this was packed in with Superman Blue. There's also Superman Red, who is also packed with another body. I don't know anyone who's like, I only want Superman Red, I only want Superman Blue. You are going to want both of these figures. Why they did not include a different body piece for these is bizarre. Why they didn't just have this as one of the other figures in the wave, or just give him like arms or like different stretchy parts. No. I now own 2 Plastic Man chests and not a single other part of Plastic Man. That's frustrating. I'm probably not even going to pick up the rest unless someone out there just has the extra figures and does not want them. I will see if anyone's selling them. But the fact that Batman came with like a part that is vital is also annoying because I don't need another Batman. I've got like 6 and I only wanted 1. So let's take a look at Superman Blue. Does come with the typical DC Multiverse stand. They don't show you on the front anywhere where these go. I would assume that the bigger ones go down here, but they barely fit. And same with this, or they don't barely fit, they barely stay on. They're very loose. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be like clipping something in here, and that's why I'm doing it wrong. I really don't know. The fact that whenever they bring these things out, they don't have like a picture of the figure on there. I mean, they don't even have a picture of the correct Superman on here. So let's take a look. If you look in here, you can kind of see it, but the card that's included is just regular Superman. They couldn't get like the art for Superman Red Blue. This figure does not come in this wave at all. If you were looking for these two and then you tried to find this one, you would have no idea that Plastic Man's chest comes with this colored Superman, because this looks nothing like that. That is ridiculous, first off. Then we got Batman, Aquaman, and then one of the Green Lanterns. I think there's a Chase that's the other one. So whatever. I don't have an Aquaman or a Green Lantern, so that's fine. But I'll have to buy a Batman to get the rest of this. I haven't seen these anywhere either, so that's the other confusing part. This thanks, Kevin, for picking this up for me. First off, I never saw these. All I ever found was Batman. And then when I hunted like 3 or 4 different places with the UPC at the bottom, and they all brought up a box of Batman. So I think they literally were sent a box of Batman and then a box with the rest of these, which that's stupid. People like Batman, they do not like him that much, Todd. I'm sorry. I gotta pull an audible here. There's no way that people want that many Batman figures, dude. And kids, I get it. Kids will definitely, but don't put those with Build-A-Figure parts. That's not Cool. Let's, all right. Next thing you know, these are all going to be digital figures. So here's Superman. Let's get the other one open because I do want to have a side-by-side. But I did want you to be able to, like, see the figure. And I figured, hey, why not open Superman first? If you've ever opened one McFarlane DC Multiverse figure, you've opened 1,000. They pretty much are all the same. Until you get to, like, the carded. There are a couple carded ones that I've seen out there. So here's the inside of it. There's that Superman that doesn't even look like this Superman. Just for posterity's sake, I am going to take it out. Yeah. Nothing. This shows you 0% of the figure that you're actually getting. And I understand it if it's a variant, but no, both versions are not that Superman guy. This one was a platinum. So there's another body that I can't do anything with. And then they locked this SOB in. So you have to actually use some snips and snip him out of here. The other fun thing is that the electric, you had a red I don't remember the exact storyline, but essentially Superman dies, spoilers, and then comes back as this, like, energy being, and then turns into 2 energy beings at some point. That's this version of Superman Red Blue. I guess it's happened before, and it was like an homage to it, but this version was very specifically the electric Superman version. He comes with 0 extra hands, which, like, hey, don't give me the Build-A-Figure part, give me some extra hands. Did they think maybe Plastic Man wouldn't sell? I don't know. He does feel taller than most of the other figures right out the gate here. I love it when there's, like, an unskippable ad in the middle of this. Like, what the hell? All right. Cool. So you got both Superman Red and Blue. Their electric effects are exactly the same, so that's a little disappointing. I'm going to assume that these smaller ones go over the forearms, and then you can actually kind of bend them to stay on better, but they don't stay on that great. Then we'll put this up here. Yeah, this one's not going to stay on at all. So what I did was I took this and kind of bent it over that. There. I feel like these might have been for a Flash figure or something. And they just sold them with this because it does not, well, does not feel like this is going to fit on there. That one fits a little better. And then, bingo. Now we got Superman Red, Superman Blue. So this actually finishes off a pretty decent chunk of the Return of Superman, Return of the Superman, Death of Superman, that whole, whatever that arc was called. So I'm excited because that does get me done with that. So I think all that I need is a proper cyborg Superman. The steel that came out was fine for me. Oh, and I need a black suit jet boot Superman with guns. So we may or may not get that because of the whole you can't have guns thing. I've been looking at the Moffax one. I might just grab that one because it seems to come with everything that I want. And then I don't have to deal with Todd giving me a bunch of Build-A-Figure parts I don't want. I feel like this could have sold on its own. I'm trying to remember what his name was. Ralph Dibny, the elongated man. Put that in a Build-A-Figure. Ain't nobody going to want that one unless they're buying every single figure. Plastic Man, I think, could stand on his own. yeah, like they should have given like legs with one version of this or something. Like if you're gonna be a completionist, you're gonna get all of them, right? But what I know what happens is some mom comes by and says, "I like the red one. Let me get the red one for Timmy," and then Timmy chews on that one, and then now you're stuck without that. Like this should have been a 50-50 swap. I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who's gonna want one over the other. I want both. I was always bummed too that they never came out with a yellow one, the yellow Superman, because that would have fit the whole color. And then when you slap them all together, the color fits. I don't know. I'm not a comic book writer or anything here. Let's take out the articulation. We're gonna go with this guy since he's been out of the package a little longer. He does have the rubber diaper. Synonymous with these. You got a lower torso waist / swivel. Same with the top. It's a double ball joint. Neck is on a rocker, I believe. Nope, it's a double ball joint. That's actually a really good double ball joint. In fact, this might be the first Superman I've gotten from them that can actually do a flight pose. He does have the ring around the rosy here, allowing him to do this instead of putting a butterfly joint in there. This is what McFarlane does, and I am down for it. I actually do like this. For some reason, we're still rocking a pinned system here. Not too sure how long that's going to hold up, Todd. And then, of course, these terrible flight effects. We do have a wrist swivel that is like a half ball joint that he runs, and that's fun. It breaks up a couple of things, sculpts, but nothing terrible. My favorite thing is that Todd will say thigh swivels break up joints, and then puts a whole bunch of those there. We do have the normal crotch. Right here, swivel here, and then the I don't know what you want to call that. It's a swivel here. It's a dual swivel action half ball joint rocker. Yeah, it's pretty good. I am not a huge Superman fan, so me to have bought two Supermen just because they're different colors should tell you something about how much this era of comics means to people, especially my age. Let's try to do this. Yeah, this might be the first time I've ever been able to get a flight pose out of one of these McFarlane figures, because usually their necks are too big or their head doesn't swivel back. So that's cool, and it's on like a super niche version of Superman. So, all right. Cannot wait to have this whole group together, because as I said, I'm not collecting a lot of Supermans. I'm not collecting a lot of Batmans, but I am collecting very, very specific versions of each of those characters. I got a Batman 89. I'd love a Batman 66 that wasn't that terrible version that we are getting with that. I'm not a fan of those. But there we go. Superman red, Superman blue. They are the exact same figure, so we're not going to go over articulation on both, but I'm very happy to have these. Thanks, Kevin. You saved my my hide here, and hopefully we can get one more out there, because I think Comics 1017 still needs one. If anybody has one floating around, send someone a message, because it stinks not having both. I really don't get what Todd does sometimes. It's bizarre. He's making some strange choices. Not as bad as Super 7 choices, but making some strange choices. If you need an extra body for this and you want to trade me something, hit me up. If maybe you got a chase of one of the other guys, hit me up. I will gladly swap that out, especially if you're not interested in getting both of these super guys. Hope you enjoyed this review. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. these are the same action figure.